I knew something was wrong the moment the rumble started echoing through the neighborhood, not the normal commuter traffic. This was louder, slower, intentional. I stepped onto my porch and counted 8 bikes rolling in like they owned the street. Leather vests, club patches, engines revving just enough to be heard through closed windows, neighbors peeking through blinds, phones coming out, fear spreading exactly the way the HOA president liked it. 3 days earlier, I'd refused to pay a fine for unauthorized flag placement. The flag, a folded memorial display honoring fallen service members. The HOA said it violated aesthetic harmony. I said no. Calmly in writing, so they escalated. The lead biker cut his engine and smiled like this was supposed to scare me. He read from a printed notice, loud and slow, explaining that I was out of compliance and should reconsider my attitude if I wanted to avoid future problems. I thanked him for delivering the message that seemed to confuse them. What the HOA didn't know, what they never bothered to research, was that intimidation only works on people unfamiliar with pressure. I've spent my career operating in places where threats don't come with engines and leather jackets. They come silent, permanent. Instead of arguing, I complied. The next morning, I sent the HOA a polite email acknowledging their concern. I requested written clarification on whether they officially hired or authorized the biker group to act as enforcement agents. I CC'd my attorney, I BCC'd someone else, then I waited. By afternoon, the bikers came back. This time fewer smiles, more attitude. They parked directly on my lawn. That's when my neighbors noticed the unmarked SUV quietly lining the street. No lights, no sirens, just presence. The bikers noticed too. A man in a plain jacket approached them calmly, flashed credentials, and asked who hired them. Another asked for permits, another asked for weapons. The confidence drained from their posture fast. Turns out impersonating enforcement and threatening civilians at the request of a civilian organization is a serious legal problem. Especially when documented, especially when the person targeted happens to command people who specialize in documentation, escalation control, and consequences. The HOA president arrived screaming. That didn't help her. By sunset, the bikers were gone, statements were taken, phones were seized. The HOA legal counsel called me personally to apologize and request mediation. I accepted on my terms. The fines were withdrawn. The board members responsible resigned within a month. New bylaws were drafted prohibiting third-party intimidation, and my memorial display. It's now listed as a protected installation, approved unanimously. I didn't threaten anyone. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't break a single rule. I simply let the HOA experience what happens when intimidation meets documentation, and when bullies mistake silence for weakness. They thought they sent muscle. What they really sent evidence.